One second. Okay, here we go. Anyways, I'm doing law of cosines. I'm gonna like ninja rip through this. Kind of sneaking this in the morning, but before the kids wake up. But we will see. Let's see. A is equal to 6. B is equal to 7. We're looking for, or they give us angle C. Angle C is equal to 20 degrees. And we want to find side C. So if I were to draw this as a quick triangle, here's angle C, which is 20 degrees. I don't know what side C is. I know what side A is, which is 6, and I know what side B is, which is 7. So therefore, I'm going to use the form of, I got this, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times cosine of C. Plugging everything in, I get C squared, which I don't know yet, is equal to A squared 36 plus 49 minus 2 times 36 times, oops, I don't know why I wrote this, 36, let's see, 6 times 7 times cosine of 20 degrees. So C is equal to the square root of all this garbage. I don't know. Am I going to simplify this? What does this turn into? 85 maybe? 75? Let's see. I can borrow 4 from this guy. So this would be 40. And this would be, I don't know, 85 maybe. 85? Yeah, looks good. Minus 6 times 2 is 42. 42 times that is 84. 84 cosine of 20 degrees. If there's a mistake students make, if there's a mistake students do is they want to subtract those, but you can't. You violate order operations. So you have to do that cosine thing first. I got Desmos up here. This is the square root of, let's see, 85 minus 84 cosine of 20 degrees. Let's make sure I'm in degrees. Settings, degrees, yep, in degrees. I got 2.26, which is interesting enough. They got 2.46. So I don't know if the key is wrong or, oh, why am I doing 85 minus 85? It should have been 85 minus 84. Okay. There we go. And that's the answer on the key. Perfect. On to the next problem. Again, this is going to be quick. I'm hoping it's going to be quick. No, I'm not crazy about law of cosines. I guess like the derivation's cool, but, just none of the formula. Let's see. C is equal to 15 and A is equal to 13 and angle B is equal to 83. This is exactly the same as the last one. B is equal to question mark. So I'm just going to jump into that formula. And I'm going to say B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AB times cosine of 83 degrees. And this is B squared is equal to 13 squared plus 15 squared minus 2 times 13 times 15 times cosine of 83 degrees. And so B is the square root of all this garbage. Stuff. I'm going to double check the answer though. I didn't simplify that. I do know 13 squared is 169 and 15 squared is 225, but I have no idea what 15 times 13 is. I mean, I could figure it out. Yeah, I'm just throwing it in. Let's see, square root, U for Desmos, 13 squared. I feel like I should just write a formula in Desmos, please. Might be easier. Let's see, plus 15 squared minus 2 times 15 times 13 times cosine of 83 degrees. 83 degrees. I got 18 some change. Yep, 18.6, perfect, no big deal. I think I am going to pull up Desmos and teach you. No. Whoa, what's going on here? Let's see, Desmos. Oh my God, please stop. Stop, please. Get back to Desmos. I'm going to write a formula here. Let's see if we can actually see. Nope. Okay, whatever. You won't see the whole thing. All right. So I'm going to say, yeah, fine. C squared. Oops. I can't think right now. Do I have to sign it something? I guess I can say C. C equals the square root. Square root of a squared. Don't need parentheses. Let's see. A squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c. Cosine c. Okay. Cosine c. It's not the same as c. Not the same as smaller case c. Okay, and then I have to do a, b. Oops. I'm being kind of dumb about this. Let's see. Do I have to put sliders in? I don't want sliders. Let's see. I guess I can just change it. Okay, yeah. B and C. And I need one more. I need one more. C equals. Okay, and then I'm going to switch to degrees. It's kind of cool curve. Degrees. And then I'll have a formula, I think. I don't know, 20. All right, let's just check this last one. So the first one was 15. And then the second one was 13. And the degrees was 83. Hope for the best. Okay, we got that at 18.6. So nice. I got a little formula going on. I feel like I need another formula for the inverse of cosine. You know what? I'm going to put that in here. Am I? I'm not going to do it. All right. Jumping on this. Now I'm just stalling. I want this to be like a 2-minute video. Okay. But I made a formula, so that should be good. All right. So number three. Let's see if we can get interesting here. I'm doing this exactly the same. C equals 15. B is equal to 30. Angle A is equal to 140. And then I want you to find A. All right, it's the exact same thing. So 15, 30, and 140. Let's see, I got my formula. Let's see, 15, 30, and an angle of 140. 42.6. 42.6 is correct. Nice. All right, on to the next. All right, so now they give you all three sides. So A is equal to 8, and B is equal to 10, and C is equal to 12. And, we just find the largest. No, wait, find angle B. Find angle B. Okay, let me double check. I didn't write that down. Okay, good. And then just do the same thing. So then we're going to say B squared. So 10 is equal to A squared, which is 64, plus 12 squared, which is 144. 144 times, plus minus. See, I forgot. Minus 2 times 8 times 10. Oops. That's a 12 square. So we're using that as our angle there that we have to look for. So all these other ones are the things you plug in. Times cosine of, we don't know. That's what we want to find. So you gotta do a lot of math here. Let's see, 10 is equal to, I don't know, 228, 208 minus, I don't know, I don't know. I'm just gonna write, I feel like I'm gonna write this as a formula. Oops. I don't deal with this noise. 16 times 12. I'll never know. Cosine B. I'm going to subtract the 208, so I get 10 minus 208 is equal to negative 16 times 12 times cosine B. And then I'm just going to continue here. So I'm going to divide by negative 16 times 12, so I get 1008. I guess I can do this. Excuse me. This is negative 198. 198 divided by negative 16 times 12. And this is equal to cosine of B. So B is equal to the cosine inverse, or arc cosine, of 198 over 16 times 12. Just pulling up my Desmos. Let's see, cosine inverse, arc cosine, don't know, 198 divided by 16 times 12. Wow, interesting. Give me 30 seconds. I gotta figure out what I messed up. See, I should have wrote down the formula first, and I would have made a mistake. That's usually like how I operate. I always write down the formula. Anyways, this should have been 10 squared. Should have been 10 squared. This should have been 10 squared. So this is 100. 100 minus 208 is negative 108, I believe. Negative 108. All right, let's do this. Negative 108. So negative divided by negative is going to be positive. So then I get cosine inverse. Let's get an actual number. Let's just, I'm just verifying the key works. 108. 56 degrees. 55.8. I'll take it. It looks good. All right, on to the next problem. Find the smallest angle. So the smallest angle, there's like that postulant geometry. The largest angle goes with the largest degree, or the largest angle goes with the largest side, and the smallest angle goes with the smallest side. And we want the smallest angle, so therefore I want to use this form of the formula. A squared is equal to, let's see, b squared plus c squared. Sorry, minus 2 BC times cosine angle A. And we're looking for cosine angle A. Plugging everything I know, I got 13 squared. I don't know if I'm actually doing these. 13 squared. B is 30 squared, so 900 plus c squared, which is 1600, minus 2 times 30 times 40 times cosine of A. I don't know. 169 is equal to 2500 minus, that looks like 1200, so 2400 maybe. That looks right. Times cosine of A. So A is going to be equal to cosine inverse of 169 minus 2500, all divided by negative 2400. Just kind of make sure, be aware of like order of operations. Like a lot of people, again, they want to add these two things together and say that's 100, but by order of operations, I'll plug this in. 169 minus 2500, and this is all divided by negative 2400. I don't know why I haven't written a formula, but No big deal. 13.8, and that's what they have. So good job. Yay, on to the next one. Let's see, A is equal to 1.6. B is equal to 0.9. C is equal to 1.8. We're finding the largest angle. The largest angle will go with the largest side. This is angle C that we're looking for. Question mark. So we're going to say C squared, 1.8 squared. I have no idea. Is equal to 1.6 squared plus 0.9 squared. I guess I know that one. I guess I know this one too. I think that'll be 2.56. Do I know this one? Don't know. I'm going to continue though. Minus 2 times 0.9 times 1.8. Don't know why I didn't write a formula once again. This is cosine inverse of, this is cosine of C. So therefore, our answer is going to be C is equal to the cosine inverse of, doing a lot of stuff in my head here, 1.8 squared minus 1.6 squared minus 0.9 squared all over 2 times 0.9. Which would be interesting because that'd be 1.8, and you'll know 1.8. Very interesting, very interesting. Times 1.8, and make sure there's a negative down here. Plug this into Desmos. Don't know why I didn't write a formula. Just being lazy. 1.8. It's like, well, I know it's like saying being lazy, but it's like more work over the course of the problems. But whatever. Minus 0.9 squared, all divided by negative 2 times 0.9 times 1.8, would you give me an 87.7? Uh-oh. They got 87.4. Uh-oh. I don't see the problem. You know, close enough. Close enough. Let's see, 1.6, 0.9, 1.8. Hold on, let me look at the problem. I'm close enough. Be right back. Oh my god, that took like 10 minutes, but I see it. Stupid. Anyways, this should have been 1.6 because we're like, we're looking for C. And this should have been 1.6. And I bet you it's the correct answer. Not this, like, I guess I'm close. 1.6. Yep, that was it. Oh well. This really short homework assignment is going to turn into a long homework assignment, which isn't fun. But I'm moving on. Hopefully under 30 minutes. Okay, a ranger and observation tower can sight the north end of the lake, 50 kilometers away, and the south end of the lake. The angle between the two lines. Okay, so there's a tower. There's a guy, an observation tower. And there's oops, that's really awkward. Is it south and north? Yeah. Okay, so there's a guy in a tower. And there's like a north part of the lake and there's a south part of the lake. And it says the north part is 15 kilometers away from the tower and the south part is 19 kilometers away from the tower. And the angle between is 104. And they want to find the length of this tower. Perfect. I'm not going to write down the formula. I have a formula in Desmos for that. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. It's 15 and 19. And the angle in between is 104. And we are done. It's 26.9 kilometers away. On to the next problem. Possibly the world's fastest word problem. Number 2, it says a triangular shaped lot of land has sides 130 meters, 150 meters, 80 meters. What is the measure of the angles? Like all of them? What? What? Oh. Okay, so there's a triangle. And we got 80, and we got 130, and we got 150, and we want to find all the angles. These are sides, actually. These are sides. So we want to find this side. Okay, we'll call this side C, maybe?
Johnny, what time did you be at school today?
Okay, so I'm just going to solve. Let's see. I'll do it in my head. Let's see. Cosine. Oops. C is the cosine inverse of, let's see, it's going to be 150 squared minus 80 squared minus 130 squared over, let's not mess up, negative 2 times 80 times 130. That looks right. That looks right to me. Plug this into Desmos. Okay. I didn't write a formula for this, but it doesn't matter. Let's see. I got this. Let's see. 150 squared. And then 80 squared. Oops. 80 squared. And then 130 squared. 130 squared, and then 80 times 130. 80 times 130. Let's get something. Get something. Oh, I got 140. Wait, let me check the answers here. Don't look at that. What am I looking for? Degrees? Oh my God, what? Don't make me write this out. Give me 1 second. Okay. It was my Desmos. But this turns out to be 87.8. Let's see what the key says. I got more decimals or something. I might have a rounding error. Yeah, let's go 87.8. So the angle C is 87.8. Let's update our document here. This angle is 87.8 degrees. I think I'm going to just use law of sines at this point. Like I don't want to mess around. So if I do sine of 87.8 degrees over 150, that's a length. This should be equal to sine of B over 130 degrees. I know that 130 this. I know this could produce 2 possible answers, but you'll see that you can eliminate one of the answers. Well, hopefully. So this will be B inverse is solving for sine of B. I guess we'll get 130 times sine of 87.8 all over 150. Answer here. So let's do this. Oops, the sine inverse. Let's see. So B is equal to sine inverse. This just looks terrible. B is equal to sine inverse of, let's see, 130 times sine of 87.8 over 150. And so technically you get 2 answers, right? So you get 60. I got 60 as an answer. And I can get 120. But 120 plus 87, that's going to put us over. So though I have 2 possibilities here, when I use law of sines and looking for angles, One of them I can toss out. So again, big B, that is B, that should have been big B, is equal to 60 degrees. And the other option would be like 180 minus 60 degrees, which turns into 120. But as I said previously, when I do the 120 plus 87, we're way over 180 degrees, so it has to be 60. So our angles right now are 87.8, so C is 87.8, and B is equal to 60. Now, it would be silly of us to like use law of sines or law of cosines to find angle A. I mean, you just use, you know, the interior sum of a triangle. The interior sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So that should be 32 and some change. Yeah, 32.2. All right. Oh my God, this is like taking way too long. It says Newtown. Okay, so I got Newtown, I got Old Town, I got, how far is Newtown? What? Okay, I think I understand. All right, so I got Newtown is 8 miles east of Old Town. So there's like, Old Town is like my reference point. And then Newtown is 8 miles east. So my other town here is 8 miles east. So this is 8 miles. So this is Old Town. This is Newtown. And then it says Littleton. Should be Little Town. Littleton is 10 miles northwest. So northwest would be in this direction. And this is 10 miles. And I guess, you know, if you were to draw this, if this is northwest and true northwest, this is a 45 degree angle. And its supplementary angle would be 135. Sounds right. And then we have like this triangle being made, and they want to find the distance between Newtown, and Littleton. So they want to find the distance. They want to find this C. So I'm just going to go ahead and like cut to the end here. Oh, no, wait. I got a formula for this. In my Desma. So it's 10 and 8 and 135. If I got Desmos. Here we go. 10. I wrote a formula. 10, 8, and 145. 135. Boom. 16 point something. Perfect. That's correct. Look at that. That one was fast. All right, on to the last one. Something about a baseball field. Let's see. Baseball diamond is 90 square feet. Okay, so we got a baseball diamond. That's a square. You know, it's not the end of the world. The pitcher's mound is 60 feet from the home plate. Okay, so here's pitcher's mound. And we know this distance is 60. Maybe I should draw the pitcher mound like closer. So here's the pitcher's mound. I have no idea where pitcher mound is relative to home first and stuff. Let's see. And that's 60 and some change. 60.5. Okay, 60.5. 60.5. And then, you know, we're trying to find that distance. Okay, I know this is 90 because it's a square and it's 90. Okay. And I also know this degree. This is 45. Oh, this is easy. And we want to find C. That's easy. Yeah. Yeah. I can use my formula. See, I'm going to like redraw the triangle. So pitcher's mound to home plate to first base. And this is 90. This is 60.5. And this is 45. I can just use my fancy formula. Okay. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's see, 60.5, 60.5. And oops, stop it. 90. And the angle in between is 45 degrees. Done. Homework done. I can't read that. 63 and some change. 63.7. That's the correct answer. Oh my god, that was a long homework. Thank you though.